Euphoria.
Hi, Kimberly. It was nice to read your post. One of the things that stuck out in your reading for me was the question of why do people seek the substance to which they become addicted? First, I don't believe one set out seeking to do drugs. As our reading states, addiction has many interweaving causes. Also, our reading states that some addicts may have multiple diagnoses of their addiction. Through the reading, I conclude that before one actually pick up the drug, driven forces such as hurt and disappointment sets the scene for drug use. I truly believe the substance one uses is determined by the one who's introducing it, which will be the users which will be the user drug of choice. God gave us fair warning in his word. John 10:10 tells us that there's a thief among us whose purpose is to steal, kill, and destroy. But God also gives us hope as he tells us that he came so that we would have life and have it more abundantly. Kimberly, you also spoke about the utmost euphoria and satisfaction that never ends, provided by the relationship with God, which our soul longs for. This is true, but when addiction comes into play, all things changes. As stated in the reading of May 1998, addiction diminished the human spirit. The heights of euphoria that is seek from addicts comes from a combination of intense pleasure and feeling of happiness and well-being. All is false and temporary. Once the addiction has comfortably seeked its place in the user's life, the only means of having true fulfillment in his life is through a higher power. For me, it's God. Last, you spoke of the reading in May 1998 regarding the human spirit. This can be complex. Through the teaching of God's Word, I learned that the human spirit was given to us in the beginning of God's creation, Genesis. We learn through God's Word that He created us in His image, according to Genesis first chapter 27 verse. Because God gave us a free will, we believe we are able to make our own choices. This is when we steer off God's path and onto our own, which 99.9% of the time results in temporary happiness, false fulfillment, and a long road of destruction. And I'm speaking from self destruction. You're correct when you stated this type of fulfillment is only achieved through a relationship with God. I enjoy reading your post, and I hope you have a very blessed evening.